Whack. All right,
Wah,
welcome
wah,
to another.
wah.
I should have had you lead in there. I forgot to hit that. I forgot the order here. Anyways, welcome to another Hometown Hawks podcast. I'm your host Henry, and joined with me is my little brother Jesse, or off week Jesse today. He's been off all week from work,
No,
so
yeah,
he's
I'm
not
tired as
tired.
fuck.
He's ready to
The
pod.
hawk.
He's ready to
Let's do
pod.
it.
How's your day, bro?
It's a good day, man. 7 to 7. Beautiful Friday. Uh, got colder on us than I expected today. It was crazy.
It's supposed
How
to get
about
cool
you?
as shit
Busy,
tomorrow.
busy,
Yeah.
busy season.
I'm sure it'll click some people. Like me. I still haven't started my furnace, right? I'm one of those guys. November 1st is my due date. Um, which I'm not worried about because I can fix my own shit. I'm worried about everybody else here, so I'm on call tomorrow. So I should be I should have a good day at work, hopefully. So
Don't worry about me. I like I said on the last when we talked about it earlier. I didn't want to turn it on either a few weeks ago, but I figured I better turn it on before I absolutely need it, just to make sure it
that's why I
works.
brought
And
it up to you yesterday. Turn your shit on because I know you'll be calling. Hey, my furnace don't work.
and I did that one time, and that wasn't your fault. There was a carbon monoxide leak in my fucking shit. Like what? What do you
Yeah, I
want
know.
me
I
to
found it
do?
bad.
Yeah, you told me to shut it off, and you came and checked it out. You're like, yeah, don't turn this on.
It's dead.
All
Yeah,
right. Yeah. It'd be the last thing we did in this house.
that'd be the last conversation we had. Like, hey, don't turn it
Yeah. Oh man.
on. So, all
That's good.
right, man. Well, I had a pretty long day, I guess. It just got chillier, and as the day went, and as everybody knows, I work for Colony Heating and Air Conditioning. I do some service tech work all day long. It's my time of year, I guess. So as we get busier here, it might be I might be not on some of these podcasts, but we'll see how it goes. And Jesso here, he should be able to man the board and keep it rolling. So, uh, well, we've had a week to brew on our hogs here, right? See how we got along, and how do I say this here? So everybody I listened to said that was fucking bullshit call. Everybody, when oh, how do I say that? When Pat McAfee is even on the show talking bullshit call. Bullshit call is what I'm gonna say. Okay.
But it's not even Pat McAfee. He had Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers,
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers, right?
he gets paid. He gets on there, talk about big shit, and he was just talking about how they just totally fucked that one up, man. How they totally just stole the shine from a college kid. Like it's it's just more than just I get it. Like people brought up the rules, like, but there was nothing indicating that he wasn't pointing away from, like, telling his gunners to get away. It's so crazy. It's so bananas.
Yeah, like those guys said, from ground level, looked like nothing was going on. But if you from the overhead camera, you could see him going like this. Yeah, he's waving his fucking guys away from the fucking ball. Did you not watch the game from 2 weeks ago? You know what I mean? Fucking bullshit. And I agree with Ty on the Pat McAfee show. That fucking bullshit call. That's all there is to it.
Was that the first
And then
time you actually got kind of sat and listened to Pat McAfee?
yeah, I've caught clips of it and whatnot, and I actually loaded it on my podcast and I started listening to it.
It's really good.
It's really good, right? It's just dudes being dudes on a show for
talking real shit and talking real
3 hours.
shit.
How long is the show? 3 hours or something like that?
I want to say it's 3 hours. Two of them is on ESPN, and one of them is, and then it's two
Yeah,
on
I think you're
ESPN, and
right.
then three in total on YouTube.
Right. It's just one of those things. Of, man, when they can see it, just bullshit all the way through, right?
Like I
And then
said,
okay, so go ahead.
it's just like I said, just Aaron Rodgers, one of the biggest just stars, like to play the game of football, just to notice it and just like I said, like what anybody said, the his reaction, Coop's reaction, like you could just see it, like what did I do? I didn't do anything wrong. Like I've been doing this for years. Like you said, it just left him gutted.
Right.
How old is Coop? Like 21, 22? Like
And I was gutted. You were gutted. The other two guys that aren't here today were gutted because they got family ties. Um, we're all gutted, you know, as Iowa fans. And that's just bullshit. And then to boot, you know, this guy, what was the guy's names again? I fucking Tim O'Day. To boot, he was the guy that caused the pick return, no pick six for Jack Campbell last year. You know, there's got
that
to
was
be
the same
something
guy.
going on. You know, to find out that his son goes to school at Minnesota.
That was the ref.
The ref's son goes to school in Minnesota. He graduated from
NCAA,
Nebraska.
NCAA,
Man,
let's look into this instead of gambling.
why? Time out. Time out. Why? It's going to take another fucking 2 weeks. When they said at the end of the month they were going to review everybody's penalties, right? And here we are with Noah Shannon now. Now he's they told him he could go back to work to practice, right?
Hmm.
And now he's got to wait another 2 weeks yet to hear his sentencing because they want to get more input.
And put on what? It's been haven't they been discussing this the whole time?
Right. These dumb
Input
fucks
on
need to just fucking look at the two kids left, right? There's only two kids that need to be released. The guy from Iowa State and Iowa. They need to be, in my opinion, okay. They knew the rules, right? They broke the rules. I think they've served their suspension, right? Not only does this fuck like these guys they've missed what 2/3 of their season, but
hmm
it screwed all the other guys down in during baseball season as well. You know, Iowa's the only one that has a baseball program. I think there was a few guys in there that got in trouble for that, but there's no excuse for that. Okay, they knew the rules, but at the same time, the ones that weren't of age, okay, a little more strict punishment. The guys that were of age, not breaking any rules really, as an adult,
Yeah.
they should be let loose. You know, it's
Yeah.
fucking
I mean,
horseshit.
it just
They're gonna sit out 2/3 of their season already. It's just dumb.
and just like I touched on it in one of our earlier podcasts when I think after week one we were talking about Shannon. It's like you have everything on your phone. How easy is it just to click on there and just do that? Like do a little parlay. And the thing about Noah Shannon though, he didn't even bet on football. He bet. I want to say he bet on Iowa women's basketball, right?
$5, and that's why he's in trouble. But
On the national championship, and he was the one who actually like cooperated with the NCAA and they gave him the phone like when they were telling people that got caught like don't erase your phones, all this other stuff. He was the only one who literally just gave them the phone. Like
right,
he was the one being an open book about it and just getting butt plucked about it. But anyways, let's get back on topic. I think we had something more about the NCAA coming out
yes,
on
okay, so
that
yeah,
ruling.
yeah. Anyways, that's what we're talking about it. So you guys remember that hit heard all around NCAA football by Sharar? All right, so Carson Sharar laid the smackdown on a kickoff. Dude, that shit was nasty. Awesome hit, right? So I served food outside the stadium, and you just heard, "Oh!" I'm like, oh shit, something big's happened. We're like a play behind on the TV outside. Sure enough, Carson Sharar on a kickoff has a clean hit. Nasty. Hit hard. Okay. Gets called for targeting, right? I called no targeting. Everybody around me said, where's the targeting?
Right.
So this kid gets kicked out for half a game, right? For calling for targeting. And then end of the first quarter, there's like 20 seconds left, really. What'd you think? What'd you think on that?
Ridiculous. I mean, ridiculous. So we're gonna go for the targeting penalty. It is if the refs determine a player committed a targeting foul, a player is ejected from the game, and the opposing team gets 15 yards. But if there's a crucial part, the disqualification must be reviewed, which is another thing that got reviewed, which is so crazy.
Right.
Anyways, we'll talk about that in just a second. If a player is disqualified for targeting a penalty in the first half, he is out for the rest of the game. If he is flagged for targeting in the second half, he is out for the rest of the game and the first half of the next game. So the NCAA earlier this week determined it was not a targeting. They took away the targeting.
In other words, it's a
What was the
bullshit
point?
call.
But on top of that, what the fuck is the point of even bringing it up? Because he already served the suspension. It happened in the first half, so he had to sit the second half. The suspension was
Right.
over. So what was the point of
So-
you reviewing it? Like how
here's what-
much stuff are they reviewing in this game?
So here's So there were 6 calls that were reviewed all game, right? Okay, we're still on the same game as last week. Okay, so this call here, the NCAA coordinator, this is coming from NCAA, right? NCAA coordinator of officials has overturned the University of Iowa's appeal regarding the targeting personal foul on sophomore Carson Sharar during the first half of the Minnesota-Iowa football game on October 21st. Sharar tackled Minnesota Quentin Redding on a kickoff return with 43 seconds remaining on the first half in disqualification of the remainder of the contest, right? So the rest of the game. After review, it was determined Sharar did not target with the crown of the helmet, and he subsequently should not have been disqualified. Fucking bullshit.
It's bullshit.
So this is them trying to make peace with the Iowa fans.
How
with
is
the
that making
COOPS
peace though?
call.
Because this is. But
It's
the thing
not.
is, it's not
This
because
is
he
their
already
way.
served
This
the
is their
suspension.
way. Right. This is their way. No, this is the NCAA's way of saying, "Oh, sorry guys, you guys should have won that game. You know, hope this is okay. You guys can have your guy back."
So my biggest thing on the whole Coop call, we can go back to that. So now that they can go back and overturn, like video review the fair catch stuff. So anytime that anybody does that in any game, just should be able to challenge it if the whole waving thing. So that he wave his arm,
Right.
like it's obviously a reviewable thing that which I've never ever heard about. I never knew that. Was it a fair catch?
Invalid fair catch.
Like
So
I
here's
never
where
knew
I'm
that
at
was
with
like
it.
I
Yeah.
never knew that was a reviewable call. So
All right.
now if anybody returns a kick on anybody, coaches, if they're waving, if they see somebody, it's throw the fucking flag. So
Right.
now they literally just turned the whole NCAA up into a whole different like array.
So here's the new.
It's
Right. Here's
crazy.
the new thing. Right. If you're getting your ass kicked, it's like, all right, he runs it back and want to fucking tie the game. Here's the flag. Check. Okay. So, in other words, he was better off going down to the 1 yard line, running out of bounds. Right. Because then it would make it non-reviewable. It's just there's a fucking gray area there that just fucks everybody. You know, you go one way, You're good one way, you're bad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
You can't tell me that we couldn't have ran that out of bounds, okay, right? If we wouldn't know the rules, ran out of bounds. You're gonna see. I
But
bet you see more of that the rest of the season.
but the thing is, people know
What?
the
Because
rules though. People he knows the rule. He's been doing it for how long? Like this is
right,
not. This is fair catch. Everybody and their mom knows this is fair catch. This is get the hell away from the
not left
ball.
hand, right hand. As Coop says, I've never called fair catch with my left hand above your head, as he was told by the head of it. You know, they have a meeting beforehand. Fair catch above the head, right? I'm going to assume
So
nobody's known
crazy.
about
Like I
this
said,
invalid fair catch.
nobody. Like I said, like everybody was stunned about this call. You could see it on everybody's face in that stadium. Like Gopher Gopher fans, Iowa fans, everybody, even the coaches
Right.
on the Gopher side, like they were
If you
like,
look at the Gopher side, fucking PJ Fleck, he just looked like we're fucked. We're done. They just beat us, you know? Oh man. I didn't think we'd come in this podcast taking it this long
still pissed off,
like
still
this.
pissed off about it, still pissed
It's
off
so
about it.
pissed off.
I mean,
I've been fucking brewing on it all week. You know how they say the 1 week, 24-hour rule? I've had a whole week of
yeah,
just gut wrenching
Um,
shit. We should
but
be
the thing
seven and
is,
one. Iowa should be 7-1. We got fucked. It is what it is now, but
yes, our
sitting
offense
six
sucks,
and two.
but yes, our offense is terrible. But the one thing that we've had all season is defensive special teams,
Right.
and they shined, and they won it again for us, but it got reversed for them. It's
Right.
terrible.
So
Like I said, and that hurts us. That hurts us not having that on a stat. Even though yes, they have the highlight and everybody knows that it was bullshit. It's not on his stat, so it could potentially fuck him in the draft.
right.
Like
So
it's those are just yards that are invalid that just go away. That moment is gone because it didn't count.
right.
It's crazy.
I mean, it's just leading on. It just kind of keeps leading on to different shit. It affects his
Draft
as you were
stock.
saying, yeah, his pro stock, and that's on the NCAA. They don't give a shit. They got all kinds of time to fucking take care of shit, which is dumb, just dumb.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Anyways, moving on from there. What's uh, you good there? You good?
What's that?
You good there? I'm gonna fucking close this chapter here for this week.
For
Week
this week. I mean,
16,
that's all we can do. I mean, that's all we can
bye
do.
week.
It was still
That's
pretty
all we
fresh.
can do.
It
Just
was still
right.
it was still pretty fresh for us last, our last podcast. It was fresh. It was a little bit more. I think this one was a good one to just kind
You
of
could
get
tell
all
on the
that
last
shit.
pod. Yeah, I listened. I went back and listened to it, and we were all gut punched, dude.
Because we didn't
So
know.
gut
Like
punched. We didn't know what the
so
hell to
crazy.
say. You just don't know what to say.
And then just hearing McAfee and dude Aaron Rodgers out of all people who has he doesn't give a damn about like doesn't have to
You
give
didn't
a
give a shit
damn
about
about
Iowa.
yeah he went on his whole spew about how it was bullshit. And then I think that fired me back up. It's like anyways, I can keep going, and this is
Yeah,
one of those things like uh
yeah. It is what it is now, boys. So, anyways, moving on, guys. All right, Hawks are over. I think we're 6-2 now. We'll be playing uh, Northwestern at Wrigley Field at 2:30 next next Saturday. Um, I'm not sure where they sit. Do you know where they sit, bro?
what's that?
Do you know where
Northwestern.
Northwestern sits on
Northwestern is 3-4.
the 3 and 4? Okay, so
See,
they're pretty much out of the West contention, but they got wins over. I know Minnesota for sure, and I'm gonna
the
guess
Minnesota and
Usually I have that stuff pulled up, but I got other stuff pulled up on my computer.
they beat Minnesota and UTEP. Yeah, UTEP.
So non-conference games.
Yeah.
So we should be okay. I think our boys will figure it out here. So, hey, let me ask you real quick. You got a game of the week? You got something? Any big?
This,
Any?
this upcoming week.
Yeah, an NCAA game for game of the week.
I guess I didn't even really check the
Yeah, it's kind of a shit.
schedule.
It's kind of a shit schedule, but I know Wisconsin plays
Duke,
Ohio State this week. You hope for
Georgia, Florida plays Oregon. Utah is gonna be a good one.
or
You're talking about
Utah.
like Big
Yeah,
Ten. That's gonna be a good one. I
yeah,
think that's the game of the week, and everything else is pretty no really ranked teams.
right, right.
Duke, Louisville. But yeah, that's about it.
So
Yeah,
yeah,
that
I got some wages
Oregon
out there.
Utah.
Yeah, I got some wages out there on some of those betting on a betting site, and I don't have multiple. I just got one. I just play on house money. It all started with 20
1-800
bucks.
bets
So
off.
I started with 20 bucks, and I'm still on house money. So I got my 20 bucks back in my account. So doing good. I'm on the plus side of things right now.
Good. That's a
So
good thing.
once I get on below it, it's done for the year. So it's only 2 months away.
Yeah. So you're in the green. You're in the green for the year.
I'm in the
That's a
green so
dub.
far. Yeah, it's a dub.
That's a dub.
So what do you got? Game of the week. You got one picked out?
It's got to be the Oregon Utah game.
Yeah,
They're both 6-1. Utah's 13. They just beat USC last week, right?
yeah.
And then
USC.
Oregon.
I think USC's all offense, no defense.
Yeah, they're done. They
So
just they 2 back-to-back losses for them. They just got rushed, and Caleb Williams is
right,
good, but he's not
right.
what he thinks he is, unfortunately.
So and if he came to play for Iowa, he'd be in the same boat,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Okay, we got these. It's just I don't know. Same, like I said, we're fucking still kicking the same dead horse. I fucking hate doing it. I'm just tired of it already. And that's why we keep bringing on guests. That's why we keep bringing on guests, right? So I'm gonna break the ice here. We're gonna break the news on this pod here. So I reached out, and I think we're gonna have a special guest on Sunday night's pod, released on Monday probably. So tune in, okay? It'll be good. So we were lucky enough to have the Minnesota pod, Jesse Simon, writer from what was the last word on sports website. He did great. I enjoyed that podcast. You know, I think everybody knows how we feel about our Hawks. I'm just gonna try to keep bringing on new guests every pod. So, and with it being the bye week, it makes it kind of tough to talk about something on, our recap. Usually our recaps on Sunday. So we'll have a new guest. I have one lined up. You guys will be pumped. Make sure to tune in. Yeah. So enough football talk from there, right? You good?
Yeah.
All
Yep,
right.
I'm good on that.
Hey, what's Halloween coming up, bro? I got one question for you. How do you feel about a little Halloween talk here? Are you a big believer in ghosts?
Yeah, I don't mess with ghosts. I don't mess with ghosts. I leave them alone. I leave them alone. Yes, I believe in ghosts. I believe in all that. I have a lot of my superstitions when I go past cemeteries and all this other stuff. I leave them alone. Let them live. Let them keep going. Keep
Let
going.
them
Let
do
them
their
keep
own
going.
thing, right?
Yes.
I-
Yes. Yes.
I'm
Yes.
a big believer in that shit too, but I like you said, I just make my peace and move on, right?
Yep. Just let them do their thing. Just let them know
Right.
that I'm letting them rest in peace, and let him keep going. So yes, I'm a big believer in that.
Right.
Cassie makes fun of me
Oh,
all the time. 'Cause I hold my breath when I drive past cemeteries, and
yeah.
he's one of
Make
those
a lick a high, make a hiney ho, Indian Joe.
Yep. And anytime I
So
go to the cemetery, I just kind of it's to visit our loved ones, and I make it about that, and I can feel them there. I can feel them there. And that's the thing. I think that's part of my belief in ghosts, and I feel like they're listening to me when I speak to them, and I get out of there and let them keep resting.
yeah, I just figured that would be a good way to close out this pod here tonight. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Ooh, wait,
Oh,
wait.
go
Who do
ahead.
you got in the World Series?
Oh shit. Okay. So we got World Series talk here. Jesso's a big baseball fan. So am I. We both are. And then after my Braves lost, I kind of lost all interest, but I still follow baseball. So we got Rangers, Diamondbacks, right? Oh, I'm gonna go Diamondbacks. Kind of a sleeper team. Not much was said about them during the season. Also from the National League, so I'll take a National League win every day from here.
I think at the beginning of the season they were the least favorite to win the World Series this year.
Right, and I think they made some trade deadline moves, and I think they got what they needed. So,
they're actually up 5-3 right now. So, game 1.
Oh, 5-3. All right, perfect.
Now my
little
turn.
brother want to make a little. Yeah, go ahead.
People would know I'm a diehard Yankee fan. Always have. My youngest son's named Jeter. So that being said, it's a funny story. Back in 2001, the Diamondbacks had a walk-off Game 7 hit off of Mariano Rivera, which there's been more people that land on the moon than got RBIs on Mariano Rivera in the postseason. It's crazy, right? The guy that hit that was Luis Gonzalez.
Right? I remember this game.
He was jumping up and down like a freaking child. Anyways, he was actually at the celebrity softball game here in Cedar Rapids earlier this year, and one of my good friends who used to run the Cedar Rapids slow pitch softball stuff up here retired, and they asked him actually to come back and be an umpire for that game, and I let him know. I was like, hey Mike, I saw that Luis Gonzalez was going to be in the lineup. Please tell him I said F off. And he actually told him, and he actually came back to me with this baseball. Got him to sign. Not only did he get him to sign it, he got him to put, Jesse, I'm sorry I broke your heart in 2001. You can't win them all.
That's great.
Luis Gonzalez, 2001 World Series, Game 7, game-winning hit.
Nice.
As much as I hate this baseball, I absolutely fucking love this baseball, right? But that being said, fuck the Diamondbacks. I got to stay with the AL. Go Texas.
Let's go with the little friendly bet here. Want to put 20 on it?
We can put 20 on it.
All right, cool.
You're going to be, we'll see. Texas can come back, but we can do that.
All right, we'll put 20
but
on it.
also going into this World Series, every home team from the ALCS and the NLCS, the team with home field advantage lost the series because every team lost at home, which is fucking crazy.
Right.
So technically, right now, Arizona
you're down.
Arizona has the upper hand. Crazy. So yeah, we can put 20 on it. We can put 20
and it's every team that's beat the Brewers in the last 8 years, right? That's won it.
Yeah. So the last 8 teams now. No, that was for to get into the World Series.
To get into the
I had a
World Series,
client.
right?
Yeah,
Your
I had
boy,
a
yeah.
client of mine. Yeah, I had a client of mine, diehard Milwaukee Brewers fan. Once the Diamondbacks beat the Brewers, he said, Jesse, the last 7 teams that have beat the Brewers, that when the Brewers made the playoffs, have beat the Brewers in the playoffs, end up winning the pennant. This year marks 8 in a row. My friend put $100 on the Diamondbacks to win it, to make it to the World Series, and he won $6,500 off of a $100 bet. So
Nah, that's crazy.
from
Right.
now on, guys, if that's the case, always put money on the team that beats Milwaukee.
All right, man. So we got a little bet going on, side bet. I got 20 on it, right?
I got 20 on it. That's fine.
All right, cool.
I love
Well,
baseball, ladies and gentlemen. I love baseball. I'll watch it no matter
baseball's
what.
good.
Die
Baseball's
hard
good
Yankees
for
fan,
anybody.
but
There's so much more to talk about, but I think we're gonna call it quits here for tonight. So, all right, everybody. Well, thanks for joining another episode of the Hometown Hawks. I'm your host, Henry, as always.
I'm just Jesse. Off with Jesse this week.
Off with Jesse. It's our bye week. Aaron, say everybody peace and thanks for joining. Thanks for listening. It's been fun.
Like and subscribe, ladies and gentlemen. Like and subscribe.